Great day, everyone. All right, just getting myself logged in. Excuse me. Okay, let's get some tunes going for today. Happy pop grooves. Let's do it. All right, today is Monday the 18th. All right, Economist cover. We have Trump playing the slot machine. And so we're looking at, hold on, I'm putting on some socks. My window's open and it's chilly and I need socks on my feet because I'm barefoot. Bear with me. The yoga stretch. All right, there we go. So we've got Trump playing the slot machine, war or money payout, breaking China's rare earth chokehold, climate tipping points, AI, and the one-person unicorn, the glory of Pompeii. Are they talking about new volcanoes coming? Things that make you go, All right, let's look at the Barron's cover as well. Let's see, we'll just make that a 5 right there. So, Powell's legacy. But what is this? Big Pharma has a new vision for selling drugs. It's going to the mattresses. Are they putting it in the foam mattresses? That's kind of creepy, yeah? All right, so let's look at this. Open a new tab. All right, so we've got sepia tone. It's not black and white. It's like old history. And Powell's last stand. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's legacy and Fed independence will be on the line in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which happens every August. So let's come to our calendar right here to see this week for the U.S. news. All right, let's go here. Non-USD. You know what I just realized? I never turned on my music. There we go. All right. So Jackson Hole starts on Thursday. Chairman Powell speaks on Friday. So Friday looks like a volatile day. Thursday and Friday. Today, maybe boring. Not a bad day to take off. Tuesday, a little slow, but they probably position today. Then we got some action on Wednesday, FOMC minutes, repeat usually of what happens from 3 weeks ago. And then unemployment claims, manufacturing, and then Powell speaking on, it's interesting, day 1 of Jackson Hole, they don't expect it to be volatile, but day 2 they do. Go figure. So I kind of feel like these red folders or little red whatevers are telling you those are the volatile days. So pay attention. Today could be boring. Day trading, likely good. All right, let's go here. Let's clean this up. Today is, if you know anything about numerology, and 7-day. Usually 7 days to me are advancing days, that we're going to see the market move to the upside, but they could potentially not. You got to always take it with a grain of salt. No guarantee in trading except for the market is always right. 643, 44, 577, 34, 227, 13, and 449.53. So I'm going to show ya how you doing there, yeah? We're going to check out some really, really big prints. Also, my buddy, Dave, who set up Moby Tick Trading, he and I are going to do a live webinar about how to put everything onto your Tradingview. I got to actually ask him because I need to see, right? So let's go back. SPY, the Qs, the Russell. So the top trades, the big trades for the day before. Hey, let's see, we had 3,450,000 right here. Let's go back. Let's go to Thursday. The Russell, 9 million. We had 9 million on at 231. So let's bring this on over here. 231. Also, if we happen to put a little, you know, anchored volume weighted profile from this date right here, boom. Guess what? Got it. 231.20, right? You can see it here. So we know that that is a big area to watch. So, you know what I think I need to do is just sort of check this every weekend. Let's go back. What was the big ones on Thursday? All right, the Russell was 226. Are we below 226 now? No, we are above it, right? Okay, so even though we had the 9 million, we have 2 million here. That's about 11 million. Let's go back this way. 3.5 for HYG. NVDA had 1 million. Can we sort it? Negative. We cannot sort it. This is by dollar value. So if we click on, can we click on the Russell this way? And it should take us, print lookup. No, I don't want that little tour. But let's also look for trades larger than 1 million. All right, 814. Look at all of these. Look, right here. 231, 4 million shares. The other way around. All right, 4 million, 2 million. Qualified contingent trade, derivatively priced. So stock hedge maybe, right? So this has to do with the actual reporting of the trade, how it's been reported to FINRA. So we can see, yeah, there's a big level up here, but we also have a big level of 226 zone right here. So if we go below over here, 223.91, watch out, right? I have it over here, 223.56, 223.52. So I'd say watch those levels. If we go below, likely down to 220, but we still have our April level all the way down here at 208. Get the multi-stream going. Just doing a little recap there. If you're brand new, welcome, welcome. If you're not, welcome anyways. Hope you had a great weekend. I had an awesome birthday on Friday. 29, yet again. It's a great year. Perpetually 29, and I love it. All right, let me post out the limits for today should we go down. Let me sign in over here. I spent 9 hours on a patio yesterday. Not yesterday, Saturday and yesterday in pulling it apart, all good stuff. Okay, let's pin this first of all. Let's post this. All right, so stock, market indexes, trading halt levels. Great day, Lorenzo. Thank you for letting me know that it's working. If you are on Twitter, Kick, anywhere else, please let me know the chat's working. Jane, it's an awesome Monday. So happy to see you. Just put anything in the chat. Thank you, Lorenzo. Okay, trading halt levels for SPY, QQQ, IWM, DIA, boom. All right, there we go. We don't need that for now. Let's get this set up over here. All right, so biggest volume. Let's go with the biggest mover. Let's just check out the biggest mover. Has 103. Let's go today. Today is the day for day. Negative. That's not the one I'm looking at. Dayforce. There we go. Dayforce is rocking it to the upside with 153 million. This looks like, as long as it's not a buyout, 30% more events. buyout firm. Okay, there we go. Disregard day. That is a buyout. Next up is UNH. It was a spa day. It was absolutely fabulous. And it was just all around amazing. So I have to say thank you to Jason. I don't think he watches my live streams, but he helped to set it up. So an awesome thank you for that. All right, UNH, this is not earnings. I know that the new CEO is happy on this one. Oh yeah, coming back from the dead. We are up above all big money levels for the past 3 quarters. So this looks, if this breaks above 323, good chance we're gonna see this continue to the upside. Let's adjust this sort of like this. I see a bit of a megaphone here. Maybe it's going to have a bit of a halt right there where it's going to test at 318 and reject. But for now, it's not. And that's just a-okay. All right, next up, First Solar. Ooh, Lulu as well. Do, 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 do. All right, let's put on a new earnings. 184.76. First Solar. 101 million. 184.76. All right, so day is a no buenos. Let's go to Novo Nordisk as well. Novo has dividends. Big money is down below over here at 50.18. It's coming back from the grave. 5018. All right. Let's look at our one of our favorites, NVIDIA. It's pulling back today. Looks like we got a top out, potential drop. Big money is still down below at 144.10 down there. If you have a stock, a crypto you would like to see me cover, just put it in the chat. Happy to share my opinion. You know, it is my opinion. I've been in the stock market trading world for 25 years. Happy to give you my perspective if you're a newer trader. All right, let's also check out Tesla. Tesla pulling back as well. We're still above the big volume, but we have a new little downward trend that's been set up. Big money is over here, 318.75. Let's go to Lulu. Let's do a little yoga. It's Lulu. Ooh, look at that. Cup handle test of 202.50. That's what I'm going to say. It needs to go above 202.50. Earnings is coming up. Big money had sold. It's still above, but this is moving pre-earnings. So is this going to be a pop for them to sell into? Or is this going to be a new entry? If we see this drop over the next couple of days, let's just go from right here, just for fun, from the latest one. Oh, look at that, 196.53. Let's move it back one more here, down there. Let's go back to the first time it rejected over here, still down there. So basically, since it's moved from down there, it's above. So we could say it hasn't flipped down just yet, but the more volume we have down here, volume is increasing as we see the price action move up. Got a little bit of this going on. And looks like it's going to make a decision very shortly, right? Because we have a top and a top. We got the bottoms down here. I could even look at it. By tomorrow, we're going to have a directional trade. It's either going to skyrocket back up here to 224, or we're going to come back lower and test a new low. My opinion, do with it what you will. Today it is topping. Futu as well. Let's go to Futu. Futu has earnings coming up. Big money level is right over there at 121.44. So this is heading into 107, 121.44. Let's come on over here. Let's also put in Futu. Let's see where our big money is. Skip the tour. Thanks so much. Everything is below us, as I showed you as well. I don't even have 121.44 over here, but that's where I show the big money is from last earnings. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can get my buddy Dave to put like earnings, big money volume from earnings, all that good stuff. I gotta meet up with Dave. Been a wild and crazy day. All right, let's look at our down gappers. MicroStrategy, Rigetti, likely Liquini base. Uh-oh, this is the ouch, the hellfire move. Down into oblivion. No, I'm just kidding. But I do see a, this is not a positive rate right over here. Not positive. So let's adjust this up here. But we can do like this. Put that there. Boom. Okay, that would be like a top out zone. And then I'm going to go like this to the tops. And that's our downward trend that we would need to break out. You can see that it never held above this line, which is why I like to go to the tops of these would be green candles. So I like to go to the tops. I could even go right here, make it's a little bit more steep. And then once it breaks out, yeehaw, let's go. Look at how the volume level came in right at that trend line right there. SOUN, all right, we'll check it out, Julie. 2 o'clock, Julie, still good? All right, let's also check out Coinbase and BMNR. Coinbase. They keep wanting to break it above, but they can't right now. Likely we're going to see a similar scenario on Bitcoin when we get there. Oh, I didn't put the MicroStrategy level. All right, let's go from earnings. Do I not have it from earnings? That's not earnings. Let's bring it over here. That's earnings. All right, earnings level 372.71. Let's check our volume on SOUN. So far today, ooh la la, 455,000. All right, I'll give it to you. It looks like maybe a nice short on sound. Shovel, where are you? Great day, Jaspreet. All right, 1567. All right, so let me tweet out what we are covering here today. If you are new to following me, first of all, welcome. Hope you enjoy what I'm sharing. It's here to help you. I have been in the trading world since 2000. I worked as a registered sales assistant, which means that I had my broker's license to be able to take people's orders, which is handling their money. And it was the days of paper tickets. I know. At 29, how could I possibly have done that, right? I must have been 4. Well, I had that experience. Then the .com bubble imploded, which I see is going to happen for Bitcoin and crypto. But, everyone's on that train for now. Milk it while you can. Just be careful. Set up the stops. And then when the dot-com bubble imploded, then I said I had the offer to take a voluntary layoff, or continue and take over the book of a broker that had been there for 25 years. I chose culinary school in Europe. It's a great decision. Loved it. It was a long time ago, right? 25 years ago. I was too young at that time to settle down into one career. But could you imagine where I'd be today if I'd done that? Wasn't my path. It's perfectly fine. So then, fast forward, I immigrate to Canada. I become pregnant. I'm in the airlines. And what happens? 8 months pregnant, laid off. Whew, tough one. What am I going to do? Well, I'd taken a 25,000 swing trade and turned it into 250,000. So I looked at trading again as a day trader. That was over 10 years ago, 10 and a half years. So I've been in the trading world. I'm sharing what I've seen. I've done the charter market technician training. So a lot of this perspective is real life experience, and here to help you. I also created a trading book right here. If you go to carpeprofit.com, it'll bring you to this page right here, right? That has all of my educational tools. If you would like some education with me, one-on-one coaching, Julie's going to be with me at 2. Basic trading terminology video and how to trade like a billionaire. That's the book that shows you how to do everything on the screen. So it's $11, not going to break the bank, and help you, right? So that's everything that I'm here offering to help you in your trading journey. What do? I look at where the big money volume is. What is very interesting is that we have a new move for the big money volume back here, this green one. Hold on. Did I put that up here? No, this is July 1st. Where is this blue one from? I just need to navigate. Hold on 1 second. A lot of drawings. Let's get rid of all these drawings. I don't know what these drawings are about. This is also how you can erase stuff over here. And I don't need all these drawings, but I do want to see, where is this one? That's orange. Okay, that's not the one I want. White. That's not the one I want. Nope. I don't want anchored view app. Let's get rid of that one. Pink and yellow, blue. All right. Let's make this. See, they just moved this. So they have just moved this big money level. And where did it start? Aha, that's our April 1st. There we go. April 1st. July is pink. Orange is January 1st. So we can get rid of this one down. Oh no, we'll leave those. So 67,491 and 67,099 are big levels. Okay, Jane, what are you talking about? You're talking about these lines over here. I have no idea. So the big money of the market, runs the world. Wherever they are positioned, it's going to show you whether they are buying or selling with the price action afterwards. So we see that their April level has gone to 118 to 28, above the 117,983, which is from July. So we have 2 quarters above us. That's a ceiling that we have to deal with. Until the price action goes above, it's a sell, in my opinion. Because if the big money is making money, we want to follow them. So potentially a nice sell back down to the, I'd say down to this green exponential moving average, which is the 161. So for now, the April level is still 117,983.90. Then I'm looking to see what's happening today on today's trading day for day trading. So I look at, for crypto, forex, commodities, and futures, I look at what started last night for today's trading day. It's going to be the red and yellow. Why is this? These look different. I'm not sure why. I'll figure it out later. See, over here, they're not outlined. Over here, they're outlined. In any event, that's bugging me. Labels. I don't know why I did that. I'm not going to worry about it. 15, 351.93. Sorry, 115. All right, let's go to Ethereum. Settings. It is bugging me. Sorry, guys. I gotta look at it. Bid and ask hidden. I don't want that stuff. Countdown to bar close. Yes, yes. Line values. Pre-post market. Why is it different on the left side but not on the right? Value, line, value. Oh, okay. That's not it. All right, I'll deal with it later. It's bugging me though. Invert scale. It's just something about the labels themselves, the way that they look are different. I'll just deal with it. Okay, so the Ethereum price level is 36.40 and 88 cents. That has not changed. Over here, 43.17 and 86. 43.17.86. Undo whatever I did. I don't know. 43.17 and 86 cents. All right, XRP. XRP over here. 3.13 and 10 cents. So it's moved down. 3.13.10. Sorry. And over here, 296.99. Erase all these. Let's put in our attributes. All right. Let's go to Doge and Solana. All righty. 23.712. Oops. 0.23712. And for the intraday, 0.22204. 0.22204. I don't know why they're filled in. Like these are full, these are not. Solana. It's bugging me, can you tell? Overlapping labels. Okay, I like the no overlapping labels. Just because you're fee. Cancel. Cancel. I want them just dark. All complete. No, it's okay. It's just because my eyes are used to that. 181.32. They've moved it up. They moved it to the 33 and then up again. So they have moved it from the 177.42. 181.32. And let's go to Solana over here. Intraday, we're down at 181.38. 181, and oops, it just moved to 40. Looky there, looky there. I wonder if I go here. Visibility. Maybe it has to do with visibility? No. No worries. How come this is not a dollar amount? Oh, because I put a period in there. There we go. I need to increase. There we go. All right, beautiful. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's set up a potential day trade over here. All right, so we had a massive week higher. We came back down below. We are below those big money levels. I'd say if we go below that 114,500 level, it's likely going to come back down over here to 110. So be prepared for a potential day trade today. We have 70% of the volume right here at 115,800 and 114,593. So let's go below right over here, 114,500 as I said. All right, or above. Let's make it 116. Can I put it right there? Yep, 116 even. You know, I don't think it's going to be too wild and crazy. Personally, Lorenzo, I feel like it's going to be maybe an up day. However, I think it's more going to be a positioning day for later in the week. I feel like the Wednesday, Thursday, beginning of Friday, wild and crazy. But I don't think it's going to be that wild and crazy today, personally. I'm going to put it right here, 43.40. Let's get rid of the change there. It's going to give you a bit of a move right there, about $20 or $30. You could be more patient, wait to 43.88. That's going to give you about the same $30 move. So it's up to you if you want to be a bit more aggressive or a bit more conservative today. 42.25. 42.25 and 43.40 for Ethereum today. All right, let's go to XRP. You can see they're selling up, selling again. Are they going to drop it down? Potentially. We are testing a former support level. If it breaks from here, likely a test down to 2.82 and then down to 2.54. All right, $3. $2.92. I want 2.95. Can we do 2.95? Let's do 2.95. All right, Ethereum, sorry, not Ethereum, XRP, 2.95 and $3 right there. Only one that's below right now is Ethereum. We are above on Bitcoin, above on XRP, above on Doge. All right, let's bring this down. 0.228, 0.228 there for a potential long. Why is this so? There we go. 0.2199. Can we go 5? .21985 and 0.228. 0.21985 and 0.228. All right, Solana. Oh, excuse me, wow. A little tired. So Solana, we have the big money below us. Let's put this here, 180.40 or above 184. $180.40 and 184. All right, there we go. So welcome if you are new, welcome if you have not seen my live stream before. I am here pretty much every morning at 7:30 during the summer. Next week I will be off. All right, so given that, plan accordingly. Not going to be able to live stream, out busy doing some fun things. Family stuff. Yeah, no. There we go. All right. Let's go back to our stocks. Let's go to UNH, number 1. UNH, we're not there on earnings. because we've already had earnings, but they're coming up. They're likely going to test that trend line. Let's put on a 5-minute chart on the right. I hope you guys are understanding. If you like what you see, again, a reminder, just go to carpayprofit.com and you can get my Trade Like a Billionaire ebook. Follow the billionaire big money and you're going to profit like him. $3.14 and $3.11. $3.11, $3.14. Oh, you know what I did not do? You guys should have reminded me. Fear and Greed today. 64. Ooh, big impulse move. At least it opened. And for the crypto space, oh, it's going to be a doozy. A powerful moving day. All right. So I want to check out the short volume. So let's look at UNH. Short volume today is more people bought. 52% was buying, not shorting. Jane, what is this short volume stuff? This is for potential short squeeze at open. My finger does not want to type R. So right now, we're seeing more people bought at the end of the day for those. How about Novo Nordisk? Yeah, look at that. People were going long. No, Roger, I am not going to San Diego this year. Going somewhere else. You know what? I like to talk about it after it's happened for safety of my family. Too many friends in law enforcement RCMP, so I don't say what I'm doing or where I'm going or all that good stuff until it's already happened. All those lives, you know, those people that are influencers live on YouTube and all that stuff, you know, it sets yourself up for people to do nefarious things, and I just, you know, don't want that for myself and my family. So I talk about it after the fact, unless I'm planning an event, you know, for trading or something like that. Just don't do it. All right, 205. I'm going to put 205. No, let's do 240. No, 205 right here. I know it's pivot. I know there's some bigger volume below, but I feel like truly if it goes below 205, we're going to come back down to 202.47 and down. So we're going to put it right here, 205 and 211. Let's go to Novo Nordisk. Popping from the bottom. All right. Today's trading up above 54.20 or below over here. Let's see how much of an opportunity. 40, 53.50, 53.50 and 54.20. Let's go to Lulu. Is this going to go into upward dog? It's got a nice little inverted head and shoulders here. Love it. It makes me see smiley faces when I see the inverted head and shoulders. Let's see. I just want to check our volume. Volume is kind of low though. It's only 20,000 so far. But we do see that the volume is increasing. While this is increasing, we have a price level test. So it could be amazing. It could just be a dud. But I will go a bit wider on the price action because of that. All right, so let's put it up at 202. And it could come back down, we see over here. So let's go if we do 199.33, 199.20 would give you 40 cents there. So let's do 199.20 for the lower bound and 202 for the upper. Fu2. You know what, Roger? I've also been doing so much traveling, like this weekend heading out. We have Fu2 earnings Wednesday, so be cautious with Fu2. Futu's really low. How come I? You know what? Scratch Futu. We need something that has more. Oh, Sunrun. Let's check out Sunrun. Day is a no way because it's a buyout. I like Sunrun better. Let's get rid of Futu. Sunrun. 222 million. Point of control from earnings is 1196. And short volume. Very quickly change that up. Futu looks like maybe, but it doesn't have any volume. Okay, look, 51%. Maybe short squeezes on Lulu and Run. Maybe the Sun Runners can buy some Lululemons and they'll be running in style together. Bad stock humor. All right, so let's put it above or below 1412 or above. See, 1444, 1460. If you want to be more conservative, above 1480. All right, let's go to NVIDIA. I'm trying to be speedy-licious here. NVIDIA seems to be topping out a bit. This might really affect the SPY and the Qs, however, not the Russell. Because when you see the top 7 start to pull back, then you want to pay attention because it affects the major indexes. 179.60 and 180.20 here. All right, let's go to Tesla. All right, Tesla up above 329 or below 328. Maybe 328? 327.80. All right, let's go to MicroStrategy. Ouchie, ouchie. Bye-bye. Down to the drink. Maybe down here. It was looking promising, wasn't it? And then no. And then it wasn't. That's why you have stops. 360 over here. $327. $357. All right, let's go to Coinbase. All right. Let's go 313. $309.50 here. Feels like it just wants to drop. And SOUN. For Julie, do you all have any other stocks? If you have a stock or crypto, put it in. I'll take a look. I also want to check out UVXY. I don't think that they've relocated their big money, but let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's shoot this over here. All right, so they have a crazy wick up here, but bulk of the volume is all the way down here today. So 520 would only give you 6 cents. 526 is 11 cents. Let's put up above 1550. Bleh, spit out the marbles. Or below 1492. $14.92, the year that Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Isn't that it? All right, let's go to this. You know what? Before we do that, let's go to UVXY. Let's check these level. Core Weave. See, is that, what's the ticker? Is that the CRWV? RVT? All right, UVXY, they have not moved that big money level. So still bullish to me until we go below it. They have not moved it on VXX and UVIXY. No, UVIX. Ah, here is something to watch. They have moved their big money level on UVIX. That is interesting. So if we go above 1430, watch for, let's go over here. All right, let's go to VXX. Do we have any prints on VXX? Nothing there yet. Okay, UVIX. No 1 million, but let's put it back down to 500,000. Let's go 100,000. 729. Let's go based off of date. 814. Intermarket sweep on the 12th. 1492. And then 1432, which was enough to move it to 1430. Very interesting. I think we're going to start to see some trades come in on UVIX today, because that's where the big money volume has changed. So if we get an alert, I'm going to set it up here. 1440 price alert. Let's add a price alert. Copy price, add an alert. Crossing up. That's a caution, right? CRWV, you got it. CRWV, are you looking at it as a day trade or a swing trade? RVT, just so I know. Big money, since earnings, very nice, is down below. Did you already know that? So big money earnings is down below. We have a long leg doji right there. Nice reversal, could be seller's exhaustion. And we could potentially contend with this resistance over here around the 105 level. So I like that. That's a nice one to call out. Thank you, thank you. That nice kudos to RVT for spotting that one. I'd put up above 103.20. Let's also check out our short volume. CRWV, 35%. So more people bought than sold. Good to know, good to know. And if it were to go below over here, 101.98. Nice shout out. Thank you. Swing. There you go. So swing wise, I would say I'd like it with a close up above 104.50. 105 would be even a better round number personally, in perspective as to what I would see. So it could head up to 106, 107 zone and then roll back over. So I'd be cautious to see that we don't get stuck by the resistance over here or the moving averages coming down. But for now, we have the most recent earnings volume below us. It might only move up to 116 right there. All right, that's my opinion on that one. Let's look at the Dow. Dow is up above big volume levels. It has not moved. And for today, potential day trades. 449.50 or below 448.60. My pleasure. Always happy to share. Can you imagine how amazing the world would be if everybody shared kind information like me? How much could we help each other, right? What if the world worked on positive energy as well? The more that you help others, the more help comes to you. I think it's a great idea. That's why I help others. All right, 227, except for when they're disrespectful. And then I shut it down. I'm very tolerant, but when you cross me as a Leo, you don't want to hear me roar. All right, over here, 557.80 for the Qs. big money. 70% today is at 576.67. We want to go above this point of control, so 577 for day trade. It's in a top out mode, but we have not had the super big volume yet. It does look like a bit of positioning. Could be an ABC move. They always have a new top before they drop it. We're seeing NVIDIA pull back. We're seeing some of the majors pull back. I'm going to change the adjustment on the stock tickers so that when I go over here and I go to the Qs, I can see pretty quickly extended hours. Hey, we can see NVIDIA's pulling back, Apple's pulling back, Amazon is pulling back. I got to change that and put that as a meta. I wonder if I can edit. Add symbol. Meta. Boom. Let's see if it puts it right there. Please. Ooh, yeah. There we go. All right. Just learned something new. So there we go. So you can see, hey, look at these. The top ones, out of the top 7, 6 of them are pulling back. So it's no wonder that we have a pullback, right? All right, let's go to SPY. SPY, similar thing. I want to make sure that I have the list correctly. So we see NVIDIA pulling back, Microsoft. Okay, so right now UNH is helping to lift up the SPY today. If we go below that 641.92 zone, we might see that it pulls back to the 640, but this is normal to have a top, retrace, and then it could shoot higher. Likely 650 before the end of the year, like I'd mentioned on Angela Miles' Business First AM. 643.20. Oh, I got a reminder. All right, 642.40 right there. 642.40 and 643.20. All right, there you go. There you have it for today. Right now we are still green. Let's go back to the Qs quick. Here, 561.12. Well, I do not have anyone that is 561.12. Why is that? Oh, it's just an error on the formatting. All right, here, let's go. Conditional formatting, highlight, less than this one. It is green. Okay, there we go. Fixed. All done. We got green lights ahead for now. Russell did have some bigger volume up at 231. However, and we have the UVIX. UVIX is the one that's more concerning to me. But the Russell, we had big money volume. Let's go above 1 million here. Boom. Look at that. We had big money volume, 4 million on August 14th at 4.3. So be aware, we might see some movement. However, as long as we stay above the 231 level, we should be okay. All right, have an amazing trading day. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I will see you again tomorrow morning, 7:30. If you like what you see, check out my educational site, carpeprofit.com, if you want any help with trading. Have an amazing trading day. Carpe Profit sees those profits one trade at a time. And don't